Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed.com. Today we're here to review a mattress called the Love and Sleep mattress from Nest Bedding. This is their follow-up or replacement to the Love Bed, which is a model that they released a few years ago. Actually has a lot of really great reviews on GoodBed.com. So we definitely wanted to take a look at this mattress and share our experience with it with you. We also, as always, when we talk about these things, we're going to share with you kind of who we think might be the best match for this particular mattress. So let's start this off by just talking a little bit about what's actually in this mattress. First of all, the website describes this as an 11-inch thick mattress, but the one we got was actually 10 inches thick. And I think maybe the disparity comes from the fact that the website has the cover having an inch of thickness on its own as a layer, where we can actually pick the cover up and kind of roll it between our fingers here, and you can see that it's the thickness of a normal cover. It certainly doesn't have an inch of thickness in its own right, which was probably just sort of a typo or what have you on the website. But in any event, this is a 10-inch mattress. And I shouldn't, by the way, in any way mean to disparage the cover. It's a nice cover, and it's a sturdy, well-built cover. And it actually also has some phase change material built into it for additional cooling properties. But I just wanted to clarify that as it relates to the total thickness of this mattress. Getting into what's inside the cover, there are 3 layers. The top layer being called Energex foam, which is billed as kind of the pressure relieving benefits of memory foam with the bounce of latex. And we'll get into later in the video kind of what we think the validity of that claim is. But below that you have a 1-inch layer of convoluted foam, which is basically means egg crate shaped foam, has those convolutions built into the top of it. And that's to create some possibility for airflow, so for air to escape the mattress. Any air that came through or heat that comes through this top layer can escape through that layer of convolutions. Then below that you have a 6-inch block of polyurethane foam for your support. And in terms of densities, this top layer of Energex foam is a 2.8 pound density, while this block of polyurethane support foam is a 1.8 pound density. And we don't actually have the densities for that middle convoluted foam layer, unfortunately. However, that's only 10% of the mattress anyways. So that's the overview of what's in this mattress. One thing we really like about the Love and Sleep mattress is that it comes in 2 different comfort levels. They call them the luxury firm and the medium. This one here that we have is the medium, but we would actually call it a medium soft on our scale, which is what we would mean by that is just kind of 1 notch to the softer side of medium. In terms of finding the right fit in the mattress, the first place we always start is the 2 things that every person needs to get from their mattress, which is back support and pressure relief. And we talk about those things together a lot of times because what you're really after is the right balance between those 2 things, because oftentimes they can be a little bit in conflict. In terms of how that plays out on this mattress, let's start with just me. I'm a 6 foot tall, and I'm not quite 200 pounds. In terms of laying on this mattress, I'm predominantly a back sleeper, so I start in this position just in demonstrating for you. I feel like my back is fairly well supported here. I'm worried a little bit about my midsection sinking pretty far into the mattress, but it doesn't bother me, and I haven't experienced any back pain related to this mattress. But I guess I just worry, and it's probably more to do with the fact that this mattress is a medium soft, which tends to be a little softer than my own personal preference. But I think a back sleeper who likes a softer mattress would be okay on this mattress. However, if I were to flip over to my stomach, for example, and you were to see me here, I think the degree of softness in this mattress probably doesn't lend itself very well to a stomach sleeper because the opportunity for your midsection to sink into the mattress. It's just a little bit, it's not a great fit because you just can't risk any amount of midsection sinking if you're a stomach sleeper, because that's a clear recipe for back pain. So really, where I think this mattress
excels is for side sleepers. Now, side sleepers, though, are the group of people who most have to worry about pressure points, because pressure points are most likely to be felt when you're on your side, particularly in your shoulders and your hips. So this is where the pressure relief really comes in. In terms of the pressure relief, I definitely think this mattress has good pressure relief. The Energex foam was billed as having equally good pressure relief to memory foam, which I definitely do not think is the case. Memory foam, in my experience, has much better pressure relief than anything else available, and I don't think this is an exception to that. I might say, though, that it's comparable pressure relief to latex, which I also consider to be a very good pressure relieving material. So it's not to say that it's not good pressure relief. It is good pressure relief, and the softness, of course, adds to that pressure relieving capability. So overall, I think your side sleepers are going to be pretty well served on this, unless maybe they're so heavy that they're sinking through all this 3 inches of top material. But certainly anyone at my weight or near it and below should be fine. But the other thing that I'm noting for a side sleeper in terms of the back support side of things is that my shoulders can really sink into the mattress enough that my spine is able to be properly aligned, and that's critical for a side sleeper. And that's sometimes hard to find for a side sleeper, a mattress where you can get enough ability for your shoulders to sink into the mattress to give you that proper spinal alignment all the way up to the top of your spine. So overall, I think this mattress is really a great fit for side sleepers.
Now, once you get beyond back support and pressure relief, there's a whole host of factors that either are preference-based, meaning mattresses can be one way or another, and it's up to you which you prefer, neither's better or worse, or priority-based, where mattresses can be better or worse at them, and that may be a greater or lesser priority to you. We're going to cover just a few of them here in a row here, that just to keep this quick for you. But the first of these is responsiveness in terms of the degree of memory feel, and this particularly relates to I think the descriptions provided about this Energex foam, which is really described as having a lot of bounce to it. And that also, by the way, relates back to the sort of claims about the love side of the name. So we wanted to just kind of address that here. We've got a bowling ball that we're going to use in terms of just to illustrate some things for you. And what you can see there is, yeah, there's a little bit of bounce, but it's no more bounce than most mattresses that we test. Even ones that are polyurethane foam, sometimes even having a little memory foam on top, don't bounce much less than that. But ones with latex might bounce even a little bit more. Point being, this is not a mattress that is, certainly it's nowhere near the bounce of an inner spring mattress. Like if I were to put the weight of a 200-pound person down on this mattress, as opposed to a 16-pound bowling ball, there's almost no bounce, which is very different than an inner spring mattress would be. But even for the more surface bounce, which can be measured better by the bowling ball than by me, it's more just comparable to a lot of these other online mattresses than it is different. So we wanted to just clarify that. In terms of what that means for you, in terms of like the degree of memory feel, I wouldn't say this mattress has a lot of memory feel. In terms of where it fits, we think of the responsiveness spectrum being memory feel, like a hardcore, very slow responding memory feel over here, and over here would be absolutely no memory feel, very bouncy. So this would be an inner spring mattress for sure, and this would be no inner spring, lots of memory foam. This is like somewhere in the middle, maybe just on the slightly memory foam side of the spectrum. So, but not probably even on the bouncy side of the spectrum. So that's kind of where we would put it. So basically, if you're someone who kind of prefers somewhere in the middle, this is a great match for you. In terms of what you can see from this bowling ball demo as well, is the motion isolation properties.
This is, not surprisingly, being an all foam mattress, one that does very well at motion isolation. What you can also see with this bowling ball is you can get a little bit of the read on the cushioning depth from this bowling ball. We've used this in some of our other videos, so you maybe can get a little comparison there. But overall, when I lay on this mattress, I think you can see that this has a little bit of a deeper than average cushioning. I mean, my body's allowed to sink into this mattress. And we talked about it when I was describing my experience being on my side, how my shoulders were able to sink deeper into the mattress, which was as a result of that deeper than average cushioning. One request we've gotten recently from one of our viewers was to show us walking on the bed so that you guys could see how far you sink in. So we're happy to provide that for you. Of course, you're only going to sink in this far if you're walking on the bed, which most likely you won't be doing too often. But nonetheless, this may be helpful to give you just a sense of kind of how the mattress overall responds to different kinds of movements with different levels of compression. The other thing that we sometimes talk about in these sections is the ease of repositioning, and this is an all foam mattress, so it's one where sometimes repositioning can be a challenge. So I'll just show you. In this case, I think that the Energex foam does have an advantage over memory foam for sure, in that I'm not really impeded in my ability to move around in any way. I still would say that latex is probably a little bit easier to move around on because it's even quicker responding than this. But I doubt that repositioning is going to be a big challenge for you on this mattress. So hopefully those are helpful criteria for you to consider. One criteria that may be important to you when choosing a mattress is edge support. So we always look at this for you. So foam mattresses do not tend to excel in edge support. This mattress really is no exception there. As you can see, there's a lot of dip here as I sit on this edge. Maybe it's more relevant to some people to see how this performs when I'm lying on the edge. And I always try to perform this in a consistent manner where my shoulder blade is right on the edge. And what you can see here is that I'm definitely having this tendency of kind of wanting to slip off the edge. I'm just having, like, my body is being drawn to the floor here. So again, this is probably not a big priority for every sleeper, but for those of you who, for whatever reason, care a lot about edge support, this may not be the right choice for you. Another consideration for a lot of mattress shoppers is temperature, particularly if you're someone who has a high propensity to sleep hot at night. Now, this here is an all foam mattress, and it's also one with deeper cushioning, as we discussed. So that means that you're going to be sinking deeper into the mattress, and therefore less of your body's surface area is going to be exposed to the air, and thus will have less opportunity to dispel its heat. So that can be a challenge from a temperature standpoint. So they have done a couple things to help address that. One of them is that in this cover here is a phase change material. That's a material that's meant to create kind of a cooling to the touch sensation for the cover. To be honest, I can't really feel it very much myself. It's not like a striking coolness to the touch. However, I'm inclined to believe them that there's something in here to this that makes that cover cooler than it would otherwise be. The other thing that they've done is they've added a layer down 3 inches deep in the mattress of convoluted foam that we discussed. And as we described, that creates the possibility for some airflow. Now, this top 3-inch layer is just a solid layer of foam, so there's no holes in it that we are aware of to allow air to really flow through it down to the convolution. However, I do believe that some airflow will go through that top layer of foam and therefore will be able to travel out through the convoluted layer. So hopefully those two things would provide you some cooling benefit. I myself don't have a propensity to sleep hot and did not have an issue sleeping on this, so that's all I can speak to as it relates to temperature. Another thing to think about when you're choosing a mattress is natural materials. Now this mattress is not a mattress that contains natural materials, but if you're concerned about that, you might be also concerned about just the lack of harmful chemicals. What this company, Nest Bedding, has done in the making of this mattress is had their foams, all the foams used in this mattress, certified to the CertiPure standard, which is a standard that looks for the presence of possibly harmful chemicals, and it certifies that they are not present beyond some minimally acceptable threshold. It also looks at the off-gassing of those chemicals to make sure that that's not present beyond some minimally acceptable threshold either. So that is an area where you can take some reassurance with this mattress. Another factor that's going to be important to every mattress shopper when buying online is return policy, because unless you happen to live near one of the few markets where Nest Bedding has stores, you're not going to be able to try this mattress before you buy it. And in the case of the Nest Bedding return policy, you're looking at a very competitive one with the other online peers. It's 100 nights free returns, meaning if you don't like this bed for any reason in those first 100 nights, you can let them know and they will issue you a full refund. So that's something that can give you a lot of reassurance to trying this bed. Something that's important to just about every mattress shopper is value. And when we think about value, we think about what does it cost, what's in it, and how long is it going to last. So the Love and Sleep mattress will run you $599 in a queen size. And for that, you're getting a 10-inch all polyurethane foam mattress. Just to remind you, that 3-inch layer of Energex foam on the top is a 2.8 pound density, and the foam core is a 1.8 pound density. And I mention those again just because density, as you've heard from us before, is most commonly thought to be the best predictor of the longevity of a foam in terms of how long it's going to maintain its resiliency over time. So, you know, those specs, a 1.8 pound density is totally standard for a lot of the mattresses in this online competitive peer set, even ones that are a couple $200–300 higher in price. And the 2.8 pound density is lower than a lot of the foams used in those higher end ones, but again, the price point here is lower as well. So when you compare this to other mattresses available at this $600 price point, this lines up really well, particularly relative to ones available in local stores or even at places like IKEA. So overall, we'd say this is a very good value. Now, in the marketing for the Love and Sleep mattress, it is made clear that this mattress is intended to be superior for nighttime extracurricular activities. The way they explain that is that the mattress is supposed to be have all the same bounce as a Quail mattress. We want to just make clear that that is definitely not the case. That being said, we also think that what's better for nighttime extracurriculars is going to be a matter of personal preference anyways. So we just want to make sure that, you know, to the extent you're making your decisions based on what you're reading on the websites, that you're getting the right information. So just to sum up some of the things we've covered here today, the Love and Sleep mattress is a well-made mattress at a very low price point. We talked about how this is a great fit for side sleepers, in particular those who like a medium soft feel with a bit deeper cushioning and just a little bit of that memory feel. We talked about how this is not a great fit for stomach sleepers or for back sleepers who like firmer support. We also talked about how this is probably not a good fit for anyone for whom edge support is a critical consideration. But at the end of the day, we do think that at $600, this compares very favorably to other options at this price point. And so it is a good value. So if you're looking for a mattress that fits the criteria that we described in this video and you think that you're a good match for this one, then we definitely think it's one you ought to consider. So we hope you found this video helpful in determining whether the Love and Sleep mattress from Nest Bedding is the right fit for you. But if you're still not sure, we definitely urge you to go to GoodBed.com and take our mattress match quiz, which you can find right up in the header of any page of our website. Because this quiz will actually walk you through basically all of the same criteria and considerations that we covered in this video.
And then we'll ultimately show you the matches, the actual mattresses, both online as well as in your local stores in your area, that we think are the best match for your personal needs and preferences. And actually, after you've taken the quiz, you can even navigate to the product pages on our website, including the one for the Love and Sleep mattress, and find your actual personal match score for each of those products. So that's it. We thank you for watching, and we very much hope you sleep well.